This is the story of My Hero Academia in 3 minutes. Let's begin. Season 1, 80% of humans have powers called quirks. Midoriya dreams of becoming a pro hero but can't because he has too many joints in his fingies. His classmate Bakugo bullies him and nicknames him Deku. Deku meets All Might and learns that he's a skeleton man who only has powers for a few hours a day. All Might says Deku can't be a hero without a quirk but changes his mind once he sees Deku's sweet backpack throwing skills. All Might shares his power one for all with Deku, which is basically like giving a toddler a nuclear weapon. Deku joins the entrance exam for Hero School UA High before learning to control his powers. Great idea. He shatters 3 limbs, saving Uraraka, but it's okay because this is JoJo apparently, and there's a Deus Ex healing stand. I mean old lady. Deku's accepted into UA and befriends Uraraka, Aida, and a B-cast that's desperate for screen time. Deku impresses his teacher by breaking a finger on day 1, but it's okay because he also shatters Bakugo's ego. Todoroki cosplays Terminator and ices out of the competition. Shigaraki's League of Villains attack the school and Deku breaks a few fingers, but don't worry, it's different this time because he also breaks his legs. All Might defeats a monster called Nomu, but his power is fading fast. Season 2, UA students fight in a tournament while pros scout for sidekicks. Deku beats his first opponent by breaking 2 of his own fingers. Then he fights Todoroki and breaks the rest of his fingers and arms and legs. You know what, I'm numb to it at this point. Like all of Deku's bones. Todoroki wins but loses to Bakugo in the finals to piss off his dad. Aida's brother is attacked by the hero killer Stain. The students get pro internships and Aida starts hunting Stain. Deku decides to learn to control his power in the 2nd season, only to get beaten up by an old man. Everyone meets up in Hosu where more Nomus attack. Deku, Aida, and Todoroki defeat Stain, but they have to keep it a secret or Scruff the crime dog will arrest them. Deku gets a stress fracture. I guess that counts as character growth. All Might reveals that the League of Villains has a mastermind named All for One. Bakugo exemplifies teamwork by yeeting Deku at All Might and screaming die. New villains are introduced, including Toga, a character that way too many people want to be stepped on by. Season 3, the students train their quirks with crazy cat ladies in a forest. Bakugo smiles for the first time because Deku got punched in the nuts by a kid. The League of Villains kidnap Bakugo to try to turn him to the dark side. All for One shows up and battles All Might while Bakugo is rescued by the power of bromance. All Might wins and sends All for One to prison, but his power dries up in the process. Deku remembers that his legs exist and is excited to break them too. The students compete in a dodgeball tournament to get their hero licenses and Bakugo and Todoroki fail. Bakugo blows off steam by beating Deku in a fight and learns about One for All. Season 4, Overhaul fights Shigaraki over who's the bigger edgelord while Mirio gets Deku a job with Night Eye, All Might's former sidekick. Night Eye's Foresight Corp reveals that All Might will die soon and he thinks Mirio should replace him instead of Deku. Kirishima saves the day when villains show up with quirk-canceling bullets. The heroes plan to raid Overhaul's headquarters to save Eri, whose quirk powers the bullets. Mirio loses his quirk while saving Eri and Deku steps in to finish the fight. Eri's quirk rewinds life so Deku powers up until he destroys his body at the same time Eri heals it. Deku wins even though Night Eye's Foresight predicted he would lose. Shigaraki steals the remaining quirk-canceling bullets. Deku stops a failed YouTuber and his sidekick from interrupting the school festival and his class puts on a concert. Todoroki's dad replaces All Might as the #1 hero and defeats a new Nomu. And that's the story of My Hero Academia so far in 3 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. What other shows or games do you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, if you're not breaking your limbs, you're not a hero. All of your dreams are dead, kids.